특별한 분께서 해주시도록 하겠습니다. 여러분들께서 너무도 잘 아시는 반기문 전 유엔 사무총장이십니다. 반기문 총장께서는 2007년에서 2016년까지 제8대 유엔 사무총장으로 심호하시며 항구적인 세계 평화 실현을 위한 2030 지속 가능 개발 목표를 설정하시고 헌신적 활동을 해오셨습니다. 특별히 2015년 프랑스 파리에서 개최된 유엔 기후변화협약 당사국 총회 COP21에서 참가국 195개국 전원의 합의를 끌어내며 교토의정서를 개최할 새로운 합의문인 역사적인 파리기후협정을 이끌어내셨습니다. 현재 대한민국 국가기후환경회의 위원장을 맡고 계시고 보다 더 나은 미래를 위한 반기문 재단의 이사장을 맡고 계십니다. 여러분, 큰 박수로 반기문 전 유엔 사무총장을 모셔주시면 감사하겠습니다.
Honorable Heads of State, Prime Ministers, First Ladies, distinguished participants from 150 nations and all sectors of the society, representing governments, industries, NGOs, faith-based organizations, women, youth, academia, artists, and media. It's my great honor and privilege to share a few words with you on this historic occasion of the Rally of Hope to support the heavenly unified Korea through interdependence, mutual prosperity, and universal values. Furthermore, I'd like to offer heartfelt words of gratitude to Dr. Hakja Hwang Moon for organizing this precious gathering. For the past 7 years, Dr. Moon has devoted ceaseless efforts to bring together stakeholders from all realms of society to seek innovative ways to build a world of peace and to support peaceful reunification on the Korean Peninsula. Her sincere efforts aimed at furthering the cause of peace have led to successful hosting of the World Summit 2020 last February and have given much support for the declaration at the Asia-Pacific Union. I believe this meaningful gathering will also serve as a platform that lays foundation for Korea to turn itself into an innovative and inclusive nation, as well as an economic peace community on the Korean Peninsula, thereby being prepared for the next century. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as you may already know, the world we are living in is continually facing challenges that threaten peace. Arrogance and material greed have led to territorial disputes, conflicts among religions and ethnic groups, and family breakdowns. Worse yet, they aggravated the imminent threat of climate change and global warming. All this is seriously undermining human dignity. Rampant nationalism is threatening the security of humanity. I have witnessed this brutal reality firsthand, having lived through the Korean War, as well as during my time as a diplomat and as Korea's Minister of Foreign Affairs. However, during my tenure as Secretary General of the United Nations, the historic unanimous adoption by 195 nations of the Paris Agreement during the 2015 UN Climate Change Conference, COP21, became a tremendous turning point for environmental issues, particularly regarding greenhouse gas reduction. However, we are still faced with a particularly daunting set of challenges, all of which have become more pronounced by the COVID-19 pandemic. COVID-19 has indeed become a great threat to humanity. In the wake of this crisis, we have seen the intensification of unsettling trends. I'll mention four of them, all of which are interrelated. First is a growing tension between the United States and China, which some call a new Cold War. This trend has and will have global implications, but nowhere more profoundly than here in Asia. Second, nationalism and protectionism are on the rise, resulting in countries to shift away from multilateralism to international cooperation. Third, there remains the imminent threat of climate change, undermining health and security of humanity on many fronts. If we fail to unite as one world, our very existence will be threatened. Fourth, there is a crisis in values, ethics, and social capital that underpin good governance and stable societies. The new Cold War in the COVID era, nationalism and protectionism, climate change, and the crisis of social capital are the clear manifestations of nature's stern warning to humanity. We need to heed this warning and with forced empathy seek for practical ways to coexist with nature. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, governments alone cannot address the challenges of our time, not to mention COVID-19. The role of NGOs is very important. If we are to achieve our goals, such as the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, there should be a broad set of partnerships forged particularly between government and civil society. Building partnership across a wide range of sectors is imperative if we are to build a better world. In this respect, I highly applaud the work initiated by Dr. Hakja Han-moon for setting examples. I believe that the Universal Peace Federation and its broad set of partnerships in the realms of politics, religion, academia, media, economy, arts, women and youth serve as a good model. I believe the Universal Peace Federation will become a cornerstone to build lasting peace around the world.
Wow.
And the heavenly unified Korea,
Yes.
based on interdependence, mutual prosperity,
Yes.
and universal values.
Yes.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, peace is not an issue that is exclusive to one individual or a nation. Peace is our common wish, the long-cherished desire. I believe that lasting peace will only get stronger when government and civil society closely partner with one another. Now is the time for us to build bridges, not to erect walls. If we work together, there is no challenge that is too great, no obstacle that cannot be overcome. Regardless of our national, ethnic, racial, religious, or political backgrounds, we are the members of one human family.
Yes.
Let us respect and support one another
Yes.
to achieve world peace and move one step closer to peaceful reunification on the Korean Peninsula. Once again, I thank Dr. Hakja Han-moon for organizing today's Rally of Hope to support the heavenly unified Korea. May all of you and your family be filled with happiness and blessings. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much.
여러분 다시 한번 감동적인 환영사를 주신 이 박기준 전 유엔 사무총장에게 큰 박수를 부탁드리겠습니다.